like trouble to me. I can tell by the way that you lean. And the way
Have a
that you
great
push
guest to
me.
talk to this morning, and they're going to be sharing with us their insights on yoga poses when you're at work. So we all have bad posture, especially when you're sitting at a computer screen. The first thing I do is slouch, so I get a little bit of a hunchback.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the things that working in an office can be a very stressful environment, and we have a tendency to really focus in on what we're doing when we're working on the keyboard and the mouse. And so the first thing that I say is that we want to do breath work for stress work. And because when we're hunched over, we tend to breathe really shallow. You don't have enough room in your lungs to take in the proper amount of air. So if you bring your shoulders up and back, and then focus on the quality of your exhale, that helps reduce stress by counteracting the stress response. And I like to use the pattern of box breathing or a 4 count, where you do a 4 count inhale and then a 4 count exhale. And that will just immediately calm your system down. And if you do that 4 or 5 times, you'll feel the stress just lift off of yourself.
I feel less stressed out already just by doing those simple breathing exercises. It's amazing what it can do.
And sometimes when you're on a computer, you hold your breath until you finish a report or an email. Right. So it's just important to follow your natural breathing pattern, not just your computer-led breathing pattern.
One thing I tend to do is if I'm writing something and there's breaking news, I tend to leave my eyes really open and they dry as well. That's what I notice, like when I'm stressed out. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to finish this right now, but I forget the basic things that we need to do, like just relax, breathe, blink a little bit.
Shoulders up, get a little more space, and focus on a nice soft exhale.
Yeah, that's great. And also some tips that I like to do is drink plenty of water, so it forces me to get up and actually go to the bathroom. Move around a bit. But you have some poses that you're actually going to show us.
Right, yeah, and one of the things that we that it's recommended that you get up every hour and move around a little bit. And one of the things that Whitney is going to demonstrate here is a pose called puppy dog pose. Because you've heard of downward facing dog, which is all the way down on the floor, and it doesn't make for good TV, and it's embarrassing to do at the office. But what Whitney's demonstrating is by putting her hands up on the chair and dropping her chest down towards the floor, she's opening up her chest and relaxing her shoulders and getting more space. And it's just a really good feel-good stretch that you can do.
Feels great.
The puppy dog pose, and then you showed us the breathe work for stress work, and then the seated figure 4. Which is that one?
Yeah, it might be tough with a desk demonstrating it here, but what we're going to do is put just cross our leg, and then fold forward over our leg. And what this does is it stretches the piriformis muscle, which goes through our glute. And it's right next to the sciatic nerve, so if you ever experience low back pain when you're sitting at your desk, you could do this stretch with both legs to stretch that out and prevent low back pain, because that's one of the most common workplace injuries that we have.
And it's great that you could do that while you're sitting and working. So just take a few minutes out of your day and just take a break from work, de-stress, and just do these poses. That's amazing. These simple steps.
Every hour if you want.
How about like when you go like this and just like lift your arms up and just stretch a little bit?
To stretch and open your body up.
Open airways.
And your wrists too.
And that's a really good one for your wrists.
And
we can do things with our hands, just at our desks. Anything that we can do to stretch our hands, wrists, and fingers. Very good little yoga moves that you can do at the office.
Very cool. Well, David, Whitney, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I really appreciate your help. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more news, weather, and traffic after the break.